Hey guys, hope you guys are doing well. I'm really excited because I got my brother here, Kendo Turcio. He doesn't know, but I've been actually joining his church. That's right, his church for a couple of years now. And you may be asking, why am I going to be speaking with a pastor if this is a business page? As many of you guys know, I am a believer. I do believe in a higher power, and I do believe that anything we do and everything we do, we should first consult with the man upstairs. However, regardless of your background, regardless where you stand, I think it's very, very important to get an insight from somebody who maybe studies the scriptures and what does the scriptures have to do with business. And I'll first start off by saying thank you. I appreciate that. Give us a little bit about your background. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here with you guys. I have a background in theology. So I did undergrad, graduate school, and all the fancy title degrees in this whole theological stuff. But I also have a heart for entrepreneurship. Everything that I do really is an act of faith, which I think entrepreneurship is an act of faith.
Yeah.
So I feel really connected to just being able to step out and maybe do some things that connect with the entrepreneurial spirit.
What is it about the entrepreneurship spirit, if you will, that calls your attention? You mentioned faith. Definitely faith is needed. You got to jump and hope this works, right? Besides that, is there something else that maybe you kind of connect between them two?
So one of my financial mentors is Rabbi Daniel Lapid. I'm not sure if you've heard of him.
Okay.
He's written extensively. He has radio shows, and he's written a book called Thou Shalt Prosper.
Thou shalt prosper.
And it's kind of like the Ten Commandments, and I'm sure some of your viewers may be familiar with that. But one of the things that he helped me understand is that the biblical word for businessman, this is really cool, is man of faith.
Man of faith. So
Omein.
the biblical word for businessman is, say it again?
Is omein in the Hebrew, which means man of faith.
Wow.
Now get this. There's no question that in the Bible, in agrarian times, a businessman had to be a man of faith. Why? Because they have to take grain that they can use to feed their family now, and they could either consume it or take a portion of it and plant it in the ground. So they're legit going without with the hope for the harvest. God in a very unique way has surrounded me by people of faith my entire life, successful people in significant levels of success. Over my life, I've discovered that there are really, really powerful connections between faith and the business world, between that entrepreneurial necessity. I would say the world needs entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurialism isn't just like, hey, this is a good idea, you should try this. I'm convinced
It's needed.
that it's essential.
Okay.
It's essential for the progress of humanity. Some of you may know George Gilder's Wealth and Poverty. That's just an incredible book to realize how that entrepreneurial creativity does not come from bureaucracies. Bureaucracies stifle, they try to manage, and you cannot in a bureaucratic process spark creativity. The only thing the bureaucracies seem to be able to do is try to manage, direct, control, that
which it could have its place, but it could also easily take away from the creativity and the growth.
Hence the need, the essence of that faith. So that omein word, it was like eye-opening to me to say, man, you know what, this is really powerful. It's really powerful to know that businessmen are men of faith. They really are.
And I think whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whatever you are, there has to be some type of faith when you want to either start a business, create a business, because it's not just financials. I mean, obviously that plays a huge role, but it's not just financials. Unfortunately, within the Christian world, I'm sure in other faiths, but I only understand the Christian world, we have seen people preach what they call the prosperity gospel. Is there truth to the prosperity gospel? Has it been perverted? What is your take on this prosperity gospel? Where people, and I'll give an example, where people, because what is the prosperity gospel? Well, people would say, go ahead and give $1,000 today and God will see that faith, that seed, some people call it, and he's going to bless you. And some people have taken it to an extreme of put it on your credit card and
right.
So what are your thoughts on that?
I do not subscribe to that. It's possible that somebody watching this right now does subscribe to the prosperity gospel, and this is kind of a subset within Christianity, because maybe some Muslim, Hindu, atheists, people from varied backgrounds are going to watch this and they'll be benefit from it. But I really cringe when that when that comes up, because in the real world there's real suffering and legitimate suffering. So what I would say is that I have seen a lot of abuse in regards to that type of thought process. It just really lends itself to abuse. I do believe, however, that there is an element of faithfulness in godliness, in good works, in obedience to God that is manifested in our life in blessings. So for example, and this is pretty simple, if all you do is drink alcohol, you're gonna fry your liver, right?
Sure.
So there's this cause and effect relationship between our actions and our consequences. Now, somebody who is walking a moral, if you want to call it a good or godly life, they're clearly gonna have, a better life than that person who's just like, throwing things caution to the wind. They're just, just spending like, drunken sailor. They're not planning for the future. It's more likely that the person that is making a plan, that is being judicious, that is not tied up in, say vices and stuff, they're probably going to have a better marriage. They're probably going to be better fathers, better mothers, take care of it. They're going to be people of honor, and people are going to want to do business with them because they are people of integrity. And so I would just connect that there is this connection with integrity, honesty, the virtues that I completely believe come from a dedicated and godly life that will reflect in the business world. Somebody told me once, how you do anything is how you do everything. And so when you see somebody, when you interact with them, they will either inspire confidence in you to do business with them, to trust them with your money, to trust them with your future, or you're going to get that, that spidey sense tingly that you're like, I don't know, yeah, this dude is the guy that I really want to be even affiliated with my company or organization. So I think it goes a long way to live a life of integrity. And so in that sense, I do believe that there is a causal effect, planting and reaping, sowing and reaping, right? That if I do X, Y, or Z, what I probably will definitely say, no, I don't believe that, if you send $1,000 to your local church, then God is going to have to, quid pro quo. Like, I don't believe in a quid pro quo God, because I believe that God is going to provide every single thing that I need. And as I'm faithful with what he's provided, then he can trust me with more. And he doesn't increase my abundance necessarily to increase my standard of living. Many times he's trying to increase my standard of giving. And so I
like that. Say that again.
Yes. So sometimes God blesses us not to increase our standard of living, but to increase our standard of giving. One of the people that I admire immensely is able to give to charity over $1 million a year. And I'm just like, this is one of my heroes right here.
Wow.